Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the beautiful spoiler said Zoe and Zen would get caught by Ridge, but the spoilers never suggested she embarrass herself first. It appears the B&B spoilers forgot to mention how this top Forrester Creations model would beg Zen to the point the audience is turning red. It looks like Zoe Buckingham's Kiara Barnes' pursuit of Zen Forrester Dellen D. Metz came to an abrupt halt. You can thank Ridge Forrester Torsten K for that one. Bold and the Beautiful has a way of dragging things on way too long, but that is usually a storyline or plot. On Thursday's B&B episode, Zoe wouldn't shut up or take no for an answer. It looks like the writers might have gone a Winnie sentence too far with Zoe. Fans are asking today if Bold and the Beautiful is deliberately attempting to get their fans to hate Zoe Buckingham. Zoe is due to start her wedding planning with her fiancé Carter Walton Lawrence St. Victor. But just hours before she's expected home to do this, she is begging Zen to sleep with her. Zen is not only a gentleman, but he seems wise beyond his years as he turns her down. Several times the Bold and the Beautiful model states her case to Zen as to why they should spend the night together. Not only does her persistence a cause for embarrassment, but her reasoning for wanting to try Zen on for size is embarrassing as well. This young man looks almost frightened as Zoe pushes. She tells him that she needs to spend the night with him to see if he's the guy she's meant to be with. If you didn't know what she was talking about, you'd swear she was deciding between two pairs of shoes, not two men. Luckily for Zen, Ridge arrived in time to hear a good deal of Zoe's repetitious attempts to get Zen to switch on the romance. Ridge steps out of the darkness to say that he's heard enough. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers don't see Zoe backing away for good. She will more than likely attempt this again. Ridge is her boss, so she'll probably slither away with her tail between her legs for now. Still, Zoe is not one to give up easily. While fans report they're thankful Ridge put a stop to this, something else bugs the B&B veteran viewers. Ridge, who will exert some power in this incident as Zoe's boss, seems to have a loss of memory. His generation of Forresters, along with the Logans and Spencers, wrote the book on betrayals. However, he's biting off the heads of this new generation for something his generation did with such ease. This includes Ridge himself. It's hard for the Bold and the Beautiful fans to take Ridge seriously. After all, if you look up the word infidelity in the dictionary, you might find him, his wife, or any other of their B&B relatives, like their adult kids. So Ridge holding court on Zoe and Zen might be a tough pill to swallow for fans. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest Zoe pushes Ridge into a corner. He's not sure what to do about what he learned when walking in on Zen and Zoe. Although the spoilers hint to Zoe promising she'll be true to Carter, Ridge doesn't believe this. Eventually, he's on the edge on what to do about Zoe and Zen. The Forrester mansion was never silent, not truly. Even in its calmest moments, there was always the faint hum of tension, the sound of secrets breathing between marble walls, and the quiet rustle of ambition. And this week on The Bold and the Beautiful, that tension found its breaking point as Zoe Buckingham crossed a line no one, not even she, could come back from. Ridge Forrester, the man who has carried his family's fashion empire through storms of betrayal and love triangles, finally hit his breaking point. It wasn't supposed to go this far. It started, as many things in Los Angeles do, with a whisper of opportunity. Zoe had clawed her way back into Forrester Creations after past mistakes that nearly destroyed her career. She told herself she'd changed, that this time she would do things the right way. But in the glittering world of high fashion, the right way doesn't always lead to the top. And lately, Ridge had been distracted. Brooke's absence, Taylor's sporadic reappearances, Steffi's ongoing battles, all of it left him vulnerable. The man who once ruled the runway and the boardroom now seemed to drift, clinging to his sketches as if they could anchor him in place. Zoe saw that weakness. She saw a door slightly ajar, and she pushed the spark that started it all. It began during the latest Forrester Fashion Showcase preparations. Ridge, exhausted and buried in last-minute changes, leaned on Zoe for creative input. She had an eye for fabric, he admitted, a boldness that reminded him of the early Forrester years when passion drove the designs. One late night turned into two, and before long, Zoe found herself sitting beside Ridge, sipping wine in the design room, laughing like old friends. But what started as harmless camaraderie took a darker turn. Ridge confided in her his doubts about his marriage, his fears about the future, and the constant pressure to live up to his father's legacy. Zoe listened, not as a colleague, but as someone who saw her chance to fill a void. Soon, she wasn't just helping him with designs. She was whispering suggestions about company direction, hinting that the old guard was holding him back. Forrester needs a new face, she said one night, her eyes glinting with ambition. You need someone who sees your vision, not someone who questions it. Those words, deceptively innocent, were the first push. The manipulation game. Zoe began aligning herself strategically. She started undermining Brooke's influence by accidentally letting comments slip about how the staff viewed her as a distraction to Ridge's focus. She fed the tabloids just enough gossip to paint herself as Ridge's trusted muse, a modern-day inspiration for Forrester's future. And it worked for a while. Ridge, desperate for loyalty and stability, leaned into Zoe's attention. Their bond became a rumor wildfire, spreading through the Forrester offices like perfume in the air. Hope noticed first, then Thomas. Even Steffi pulled Ridge aside, warning him that Zoe wasn't as devoted as she seemed. But Ridge dismissed it all. She believes in me, he told his daughter. When was the last time someone did that without an agenda? If only he knew. The breaking point, the unraveling came during a critical board meeting. Zoe, eager to cement her influence, presented a bold proposal, rebranding the Forrester Couture line under a new direction. Ridge reimagined. It was flashy, edgy, and dangerously self-serving. The idea sent shockwaves through the room. Eric Forrester's jaw tightened. Brooke's eyes widened in disbelief. You're talking about erasing decades of legacy, Brooke shot back. For what? Some marketing gimmick? But Zoe didn't flinch. She turned to Ridge, smiling softly. Legacies evolve. You taught me that. For a long, tense moment, Ridge said nothing. The room waited, Eric's disapproval heavy in the air. Then Ridge stood up, his voice low but sharp. You're out of line, Zoe. That should have been the end. But Zoe wasn't ready to let go. You're just afraid to admit I'm right, she snapped, her voice trembling with frustration. You've been stuck chasing your father's shadow for so long. You can't even see your own future. Brooke gasped. Eric looked away, and Ridge, usually the epitome of calm under pressure, finally broke. He slammed his hand on the table, sending a glass of water flying. Enough, he shouted. You don't know me, Zoe. You don't know what this company means. The explosion echoed through Forrester Creations, silencing everyone in the room. Zoe, stunned, realized too late that she'd pushed him too far. The fallout. Within hours, Ridge ordered security to escort Zoe out of the building. The whispers began almost immediately. By the next morning, every tabloid in Los Angeles had the story. Ridge Forrester's meltdown, muse, or manipulator. Zoe's career, once again, hung by a thread. Her allies distanced themselves. Even Paris couldn't defend her sister this time. And as for Ridge, he retreated into silence, locking himself away in his design studio. Brooke tried to comfort him, but he waved her off. I let her in, he admitted quietly. I saw something in her, maybe what I wanted to see in myself. For Ridge, it wasn't just about betrayal. It was about confronting his own vulnerability. Zoe's manipulation had forced him to see the cracks in his own foundation, the need for validation, the loneliness beneath the success. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.